Hello, how are you? Welcome to my YouTube channel, Pretty Sexy Jar with the brand. For most of you all that do not know that is subscribed to my channel, I am transgender. And I came to share this video to let people know, one, I'm human, and two, I deserve every opportunity like everyone else. So let me go and just keep things off. On July 2015, I went to an open interview at a restaurant that I've eaten at since I was a child. I filled out my application online, and online they ask you for your gender, and I always choose to do not expose or to not tell. So when I went to the interview and I met with the manager at this establishment, I got hired on the spot, got told to go to orientation. Matter of fact, I still even have the paper from when she told me to go to the orientation, which was that following Tuesday, July 17th, 2018. So I went, I had to be there at 8:45. I got there and I did not have a picture ID. So that was my fault for not being prepared. And so she just told me that I would have to go back to the store that I applied to and get another orientation paper. So I left very calmly. I told her thank you, for helping me, and just letting me know, hey, go get you another picture ID, come back. We'll go to the store and get your orientation paper and just come to the next orientation. I went back to the store and met a completely different manager because the manager that I had spoken with was not there. She was on vacation. Got the paper, filled it out, put my social security with my last four of my social on it. Had to, put my name. And in parentheses, I put Tiffany because that's what I go by in my everyday life. I'm Tiffany. And after that, she told me, hey, we'll just go to the orientation on the 24th, which, mind you, this is the week after the 17th. And I went to the orientation. Well, first I went and got my picture ID, then I went to the orientation. So when I got to the orientation, I got there actually on time at 8:45. There was a line, and I waited in the line. And when I got up to the window, the lady told me that she did not see my name in the paperwork for the orientation for that week. So I told her, well, I came last week for orientation. I didn't have my picture ID. You told me I had to go get it. And she was like, okay, well, I keep both of the files. She's like, I keep all the paperwork from this week and that last week. And she's like, well, I'm finna go see if I see your name. And so I gave her my picture ID, gave her my social security card. She went back there to the back. I sat down, I waited in the waiting area for about 10-20 minutes. And she came back and she told me she did not see any paper with my name on it or my social. And she said they have to send them in the week after you're hired or the day after you're hired, so they can have everybody's proper paperwork so they can distribute them to all of the other establishments and restaurants. So she told me then that I needed to go back to the store and speak to the manager that hired me. I left very calmly. I did what I was supposed to do. I went back to the other store. Mind you, this is still early in the morning, so it's about 9-ish now. I get to the store, and when I first got in the store, one of the employees told me that the manager was in the back in her office and that she was going to go get her. Mind you, this is the manager that hired me. She went back there. A couple other employees went back there, and then everybody came back to the front and told me, well, we can't seem to find her. She was just here, but we can't find her. I didn't get upset. I didn't even get frustrated. I just stood there and I said, okay, then. I said, well, I'll just wait until she comes out. So there was another young lady that I talked to. I don't know if she was a manager or an assistant manager. She gave me another manager's number to call. So I contacted that manager via text message first, because it's early in the morning. Everyone's not a morning person. Everyone doesn't get up in the morning. And then as some time went by, he finally, contacted and he got back in contact with me. I called him since I seen he was up, high, and I was just telling him about what had happened, and I had got his number, and that they told me to call him. And he told me that same Tuesday that some hours, and mind you, this is hours after I've left the orientation. I've went back to the store. So he's talking to me on the telephone, and he's telling me, well, hey, I'm gonna get ready to go in, and when I get there, I'm gonna see what's going on. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, he seems pretty okay. He seems to be very professional. So I'm like, okay, good. Things are going in the proper order and format that I was supposed to put them in. So I waited. That Tuesday, that Wednesday, that Thursday. Finally, I hadn't heard anything back. So Friday came along, and I decided to contact him. Once again, this is via text. I asked him, did they tell him anything at the store? And he basically was like, well, he hadn't heard anything, and to call up to the store. I called the store, and no one answered the phone. And something just came over me, and I was just like, you know what? Okay, I'm getting the runaround here. I feel like I'm getting the runaround, and I'm thinking maybe it's because the person that they were expecting to hire did not match the name. But if you have an option on the application that asks us to not reveal your gender or who you are, shouldn't really be a problem, especially if I'm coming to work for you. I'm coming to an establishment that I've eaten at since I was a child. So this morning I took it upon myself and I called corporate. I surely did, because I don't understand. If a person is applying for a job, and this is an open interview, and I went to it and I've done everything that was asked of me to do, why have I not yet begun working? Because I thought once you got a paper for orientation, that means you were automatically hired. You just had to go in to do the paperwork. And I'm not trying to make this about my gender, but I feel like this is what it really boils down to, about me being transgender. And that really hurts, because at the end of the day, I'm still human. I'm still a person. I have feelings. But when I called corporate, I talked to someone. They were very professional. They helped me very well. They gave me another number to contact. So tomorrow I will be calling that number, and I'm gonna, keep in pursuit of action of this. But at this point, I don't even want to drive at the establishment anymore, because it's just not even. It's not even just. It's not. If I had to go through all this and I had to do all this, I don't even want to work at the establishment anymore, because now what if I work at the establishment and things are being done intentionally not for me to be there? Or they'll say, yeah, we'll hire her, and never put me on the schedule. I'm not doing that. I'm not facing that. I'm not even going through those issues anymore. I'm not. I'm just gonna handle what is proper protocol and proper suit for these situations. And I just ask, for you all to just stand with me in this journey, because it's hard, and it's a lot to take on an everyday basis when you're applying for jobs and you're doing applications and you're trying to get hired and have a regular, normal life, and people won't allow you to. But I thank you all for your time. Like, subscribe, share my video, get the word out. And hey, remember, love you, be the best you of you that you can be, and don't let other people deter you from what your premise and goal is. And if that's for you to work and to survive, do that. Okay. Thank you all. All right.